Hey everybody, time for another quick hobby update on the blue skinned Goff army. And so I finished up the rest of the last build session. So I've already showed you the tank busters and the grots, where here's the other unit of 10 boys and the two Wierdboyz. And again, they're just fantastic. Using the black reach knob again is very important for these. So much better than the other knobs. Black reach or knob box stuff. So there's one tank buster bomb in this unit here. Again, I gave them the red rims. I use corn red on these guys, and the bikes I use have them piston red. I'll probably go back and cover them in piston red with corn red because I like this better. Unfortunately though, these aren't 100% done because they're not varnished yet because I ran out of dull coat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any anytime soon. But let's go over these Wierdboyz here. They came out very nice. So we got a purple cloak. I just did some basic highlights on here. Just mixed the purple, I think it's Xandri purple, whatever they call it. Mystery purple. Where is it? Xerxes purple. I knew it was something like that. And I mixed it with a little bit of white for a couple highlights. Unfortunately, the cloak doesn't really lend itself to highlights very well, but I added some where it was appropriate. And for this cloak, I just dry brushed it, starting with the Rhinox hide and building up to Mornfang brown and then leather brown, whatever the GW equivalent is now for snakebite leather. And then I mixed a little bit of snakebite leather and bleached, and then the shop debone for the final highlight, just on the very top. Then it got washed and it came out pretty nicely. Didn't really need to do any more advanced blending on that because the dry brushing really worked on that. And got the warp effect purple spheres, just like I did with the tractor cannons and my void shield generator and everything else. I do the same basic effect here for anything to do with warp energy. Added some colors to the one of the staves, Wierdboyz staff. This one's obviously wood, this one's metal. So yeah. And having them on that little piece of cork there really adds to the stature of the model, I think. And those gas mask faces or heads turned out really well too. Works perfectly. So yeah, really happy with these two Wierdboyz. So technically, I could actually run it as a detachment now. But I've got 2 HQs and 4 troops technically, and the tank busters and the bikes. So yeah, it's actually technically a playable army at this point. So what's next now is building, and a lot of building because I'm kind of tired of painting these guys, because that's all I've been doing for a month or so, however long it's been. So I'm gonna definitely take a break from painting these guys and build. So what we got going on to build is I've got 53 models left to build and paint for this to finish this army. So 30 of which is another unit of 30 boys. So again, the idea is I'll have 2 units of 30 boys, a unit of 10 boys, and 2 units of 10 grots for 6 troop choices. Now I don't know how that means, what that's going to be necessarily going forward, but that's what we're going to have, is 6 troop choices. So that's most of it. I mean, out of the 53 models, there's 30 of them. And I've got the War Trike, the Shock Attack Gun Mech, the Ludas, which I've already started, because they were already partially started before, so that's where I started on rebuilding them. So I'm going to have 12 Ludas and 1 mech or spanner with a big shooter to go with them for the clever spanner. The Black Reach War Boss is going to get done. And then the Battle Wagon and both trucks. And then 2 force field mechs. And for the force field mechs, I actually went ahead and ordered the Power Field backpacks from Cromlech, which I ordered those like a week ago, and they still haven't been shipped yet, so that's kind of concerning. Usually they ship pretty darn quick, but this time they must be backed up because I bought them on the 20% off weekend sale, so I assume they're just really packed up. Got really a lot of orders from that, so at least I'm hoping that's all there is, because Cromlech's usually pretty much on the ball with things like that. And then just tonight I realized, I've got all these knobs. They need a war banner knob. I mean, for a Goff army especially, a war banner knob is almost a no-brainer. So I just added that to my list tonight because, like I said, I got plenty of knobs to work with. So I can definitely add a banner knob without too much hassle. I have to come up with another 40mm base though, I'm not sure. So that's the 53 model. So I'm going to basically build everything except the Boyz. I'll probably do those absolute last because that's just repetitive tediousness. Everything else though can be done hopefully pretty quick. So the next few days I'm just going to be building and very much enjoying taking a break from that. The trucks are the only thing I'm really thinking about doing some custom work on, but for the most part I think I'm just going to leave everything just stock build, just because it's not going to be really for me to play with, and I think it's just better for a customer or whoever buys it to have stock models as far as playability goes. And that's really all I got to say. I'm just waiting on the stuff from Cromlech to do the big mechs, but I'm going to go ahead and get going on building a bunch of orks. And I think this will be a very, very nice little army when I'm done. It will be, as it currently stands, you know, the 2,000 point list that I build does not include the War Banner Knob, does not include the second unit of war bikes, does not include the Painboy on a war bike, does not include, is only 9 of the Ludas instead of 13. So it's going to be a little over, you know, 2,300 points as it sits, and after 9th edition that'll even be more. So there'll be some flexibility in the ability on the list you can build with this. So very happy. I didn't put any checks on these guys because there really wasn't any room for them, but again I got checks on every single one of these boys, at least some everywhere. Putting checks on these guys is actually a lot of fun and really adds a nice detail to individual models, especially like really like here at the top of the gun. Really like doing it there. Yeah, not much else to say. Just a real quick update today. I got 2 weeks left before I go back to work full time, so I'm gonna try and get as much of the stuff done between now and then as I can. And yeah, so any comments, questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.